I am, as usual, Tatay Jeric.
Tatay din ako.
Meron po tayong bagong guest.
Tao sa akin.
Meron po tayong guest ngayon. Meron po din tayong mga live audience na nakikita ko sa background. So,
live talaga. Parang live organisms lang yan.
I'm with Father JBOY right now.
Hi everyone. So nice to be here and talking to Tatay Jeric. And so excited. Hindi ko lang alam kung tatanong niyo sa akin, but never mind.
So we're just going to interview Father para mas makilala natin siya. Ano yung pwede niya i-share sa inyong lahat ng tagapanood at mga tagapakinig natin sa ating mga podcast channels. Spotify, please follow us on YouTube as well. Subscribe and on our page sa Facebook namin, Father. Feast St. Mary's Dubai. And so, simulan na natin.
Sige. Shoot.
Sige. So, Father, pakilala mo naman ang iyong sarili.
Grabe. I'm Father JBOY Gonzales. I'm a Jesuit priest and I'm assigned in Tatay Davao right now. But we have a show in ABS. It's called Kapet Pandasal and it's running for 15 years already. And
15
last
years.
October, we celebrated our anniversary. It's like a thought for the day. Okay, I work together with Cardinal Tagle, Father Nono Alfonso, Father Calin Yamado on Thursdays, and of course, Miss Risa Kaupeng.
Wow. Tapos si Ate Risa is from The Feast.
Oh, The Feast.
She also preaches in I think PACC.
Oh. Feast din ako pero salo-salo lang tao sa akin.
Salo-salo. So yun, Father, we're just curious, you're from the Jesuit order. Bakit Jesuita, pagiging Jesuita ang iyong napili? At saka paano ka napunta sa priesthood pala?
Nung high school ako, I was playing the keyboard at Mass in a Franciscan parish. And I grew up with Benedictines in grade school, OSB. So that's where I got my music. And then high school with the Dominicans.
Okay.
I never knew
that.
Order. Yes, lahat ng order. So when people ask me, Father, are you true blue? I said, no, I'm colorful. Kasi iba nga, di ba? Pero Lasal, but okay. Meron po kami kasama.
Taga-binil.
Animo binil!
Yeah!
Okay.
No, pero they invited me to come over for a vocation seminar. And then I discovered two things which I like. The first thing is that I was playing the music at Mass. Were composed by Jesuits. So all the musical scores that they have, when I show it to them, it were all Jesuits pala.
Sa amin to.
Yeah. Tapos, hindi lang yan yung music, medyo modern. Hindi lang yung
traditional.
Siyempre si Father Eddie Hontiveros came before me. Mga boomers sila lahat. They're all CFG yung chord patterns.
Okay.
But pagdating kay Manoli Francisco, it's more jazzy.
Okay.
Yeah. Teka, uy, Jesuit
Actually,
pala.
dito rin, puro manoling yung...
Manoling eh. Meron ko konting beat yan. Tapos, ko, wow, okay to talaga, ganyan.
Okay.
And then, so, I got attracted to the Jesuit because of its music. And the second thing is that, I actually like the food in the vocation seminar. Sarap na pagkain.
Saan tong vocation seminar na to? Where in location on?
In Ateneo Dinaga.
Okay. Kasi
So, syempre, vocation seminar, may lunch, may merienda.
Magluto ng mga
talaga.
Jesuita.
Bakit hindi, di ba? Wala lang kaming asawa, ano ba kami pakakainin? Charo ka. So I got attracted to Jesuit life because of just two things. Nothing
Food
about...
and music.
Yeah, and nothing about, I want to serve the Lord, nothing about that. It grew as I followed my desires. Sabi nga nila na... and St. Augustine would say, grace builds on nature. So God will always start where you are and then bring
what you have.
And even with your impure motivations, if He's calling you, He will actually call you.
Grabe.
Okay, so it's like...
Kasi marami tayong tagapakinig, they were asking us at the feast, bro, hindi ko alam kung ano talagang purpose ko. Bro, ito ba talaga yung para sa akin? So I think this is talagang an insight to where you started.
Yeah.
Yung sa priesthood, you really knew that, or you were just, ay baka para sa akin tong
Well, there's no like a Saint Paul where you have a
revelation
and a conversion. It's more like a river, it just flowed. Di ba? So,
you grew up serving
yeah,
the
because
church.
I'm all my barkada, I grew up normally in high school. Don't ask me anymore what are those things.
So, hindi nung...
My barkada in high school and grade school they're the same barkada that I have until now.
So sabi nila, ano ba to si JBOY? Hindi namin expect. Ganyan.
Yeah, because I was involved with a lot of things, including kalokohan. I mean, Ganyan talaga di ba? So,
tapos yun, then God molded you. You started your journey with the Jesuits.
Yeah.
And then, aside from, kasi kung makikita niyo yung life ni Father JBOY, he's very out. I mean, talagang, he's on social media, he's in TV, and people are assuming na kapag pari ka, parang in a way, nare-restrict yung dapat mong gawin. So, we wanna know, how does your vocation fall in sync with the passions that you have?
Well, when you enter God's call, it's always a call to freedom. It's not really a restriction.
Hindi siya yung tipong, dito ka lang.
Yeah, it depends on how you look at rules, for example. Some rules are, people say it's it restricts your freedom. But rules actually guide you so that you can be in a place where you can be absolutely free to make choices, which are good choices. Why? Because freedom is not just the ability to choose. Freedom is the ability to choose what is good.
Exactly.
Okay, yun ang hindi nakita ng mga tao na it's about choosing what is good. Why? Try doing something bad. For example, like drinking alcohol. Eventually, if you drink and drink repeatedly, you become addicted to alcohol. It imprisons. Yeah, it imprisons you.
Exactly.
So it
addiction for
and any addiction is never a type of freedom. It is imprisonment. So so freedom is really looked into as that ability for us to choose what is good. And if you make choices, it restricts you. For example, mag-asawa ka, di ba? If you make a choice to be committed to someone, then it restricts you not to have other relationships other than your wife.
But if it's a good choice, it also opens up other doors.
Yes, it's also like you, di ba?
Exactly.
You're working, but you have this, right? So
exactly. So ganun din sa pagpapare kasi they assume na, ay, ayokong okay, kahit hindi na pagpapare, minsan pag magtatanong kami na, gusto mo ba mag-serve? Sabi ko, ay, wala akong time kasi pag nandyan, hindi ko na magagawa yung gusto ko. Hindi ko na magagawa yung mga bagay na nagpapasaya sa akin. So, we wanna break that stereotype na if you serve God, you have to lose something na mahal mo. Parang
but actually, if you serve God, you gain a lot of things. Really.
Ayun, no?
Kasi first of all, when you serve God, God respects your talent. Kasi siya naman nagbigay sa iyo, di ba?
Siya rin naman, gusto niya mag-full bloom ka rin naman.
Therefore, you have to discover your talents first. And then when you discover your talents, and that's already good, you can pursue it. So, for example, parable of the talent, sabi niya, if for those who have, more will be given. For those who don't, it will be taken away from you. Parang unfair yata yun, di ba?
Wala na kung
pero isipin mo mabuti. Kaya nga, parable of the talents. Kasi, kapag meron kang isang talent, tapos nag-practice, gumaling ka ng gumaling. Pagkatapos doon, it will lead you to other talents. Like, minsan, nagsimula ka ng classical, tapos biglang nag-jazz ka na, tapos biglang nagpa-pop ka na. Biglang makatapos yan, wiwidow ka na, hindi ka na nagtumitingin sa notes.
Kung ba nagko-compound?
Oo, nagko-compound, nag-a-add. So, more will be given to you, di ba? But if you do not practice,
if you remain stagnant, ayokong gamitin.
Yes, ayoko rin gamitin ganyan. You will not use it for other people as well. Kasi to use it for other people, you get to be very, very inspired. Kaya nga, actually, what we're doing now is really part of an inspiration because we want to do good. So, we want to, it's called the social good, diba? In social media.
Exactly.
If you have to pursue what is right, you will really think of creative ways to do what's good. So hindi ka lang boring, di ba? Kailangan mo maging exciting.
On the account of social media, a lot of people are demonizing it. It's bad. But if you look at the other side of what Father JBOY is doing, for example, and this through the feastpamore program, we're actually using it as a tool to introduce Christ to more people.
Always remember, objects, they're neither good or bad. They're amoral. It depends on how you're going to use it.
Like money as well.
Yeah, it's the same thing. So you can demonize money, but you will need money
To use it for good.
or for food.
Exactly. For
your
food, for travel, for building
for your
churches even.
survival, diba?
So,
So it depends on how you use it.
exactly.
The Jesuits call it tantum quantum.
Tantum quantum.
Use,
What is tantum quantum?
Yeah, use if it helps lead towards the greater glory of God. Do not use if it does not.
Wow.
Okay.
Tantum
So,
quantum.
tantum quantum.
Hashtag tantum quantum. Kailangan gamitin natin sa episode.
So that means your life should be full of directions. You know where to go, what you want, you know your desires, you know the end of life. And the good thing about faith life, it always gives you a sense of direction. Because sabi natin, the end of our life in our faith, really the kingdom of God. So, kapag kingdom of God ang pinag-uusapan mo, moving toward the kingdom of God is doing what is really right and good and
For a long
respecting-
period of time as well.
and respecting human beings. Alam mo yun, ganun, whatever genre they are, whatever gender, whatever preference,
Exactly.
whatever, the respect leads you towards knowing what the appropriate thing to do. If you're in Dubai, for example, we live in a country that is very much Muslim, but you get to see the goodness of every single religion, especially the Muslims.
Actually,
You
dito
appreciate
dito
a lot
ako
of
naging
people.
active.
Exactly.
Hindi ko na-expect na, bakit dito pa ako naging sa church? Parang, nando yung longing. No?
Yeah.
Kung saan merong restriction, dun pa talaga yung longing mo for your faith to bloom. Parang a piece of home that you're looking for.
Yeah.
So, grabe. Grabe yung journey dito. Speaking of journey,
Yes.
Father J-Boy is here actually to guide us on a spiritual journey in the Holy Land. And so, I want to ask about that. Nung in-invite ka namin, I didn't know that ang inassume kasi namin lahat na sa dami ng pilgrimage na pinuntahan mo, World Youth Day, I saw you in Poland as well. Tapos yung iba pang even local pilgrimages you went. So inassume namin, our team, we're assuming that you were, you had an experience of the Holy Land already. So when you told us na first time mo din pala, tapos it coincides pa with your 51st birthday in a way. So what did you feel nung we asked you like, Father, would you be able to lead us?
Yeah, first of all, I got very excited. The reason why I got very excited because of two things. The first thing is that I've always been sent to places that has a lot of challenges.
Okay.
But I was never sent to places that are holy. I mean, sacred to us.
Okay.
It's always
Ako tuloy, UAE.
Like,
Ilang beses ka na nakapunta din sa UAE?
Oh, okay, ganda.
So many times na.
Yeah.
Very challenging ang...
the challenge in UAE, for example, is really to listen to a lot of stories of migrants, of our. It began with OFWs, and now it's really the whole English-speaking community because I listen to them whenever
Hindi lang naman Pilipino.
O hindi lang, Dubai, Al Ain, ganyan.
Sharjah, I think.
Gusto ko pang bumalik. Love ko yung mga tao.
Tapos
Pero-
na yung nalaman mo na, something, ito, parang in a Christian life, this is like...
So that's the second thing because I went to the 30-day retreat several times. So, I mean, in my life as a Jesuit, 30 days na walang ingay. Na hindi ka...
may ganyan.
Yeah, it's a silent retreat for 1 month. Kaya ba? Yeah.
Hindi ko...
And
Jude,
then-
kaya mo ba yun, Jude?
Of course, yung
1 month.
Yung kapatid
Ano mo
Jeric.
binid?
No. So kaya, it's a tradition of Jesuits called the 30-day retreat,
Silent
or the Ignatian silent retreat. And what we've been doing is really to contemplate on the life of Jesus.
Okay.
And every year we're required to
Do it.
go through a 8-day retreat.
Okay.
8-day and silent retreat. So
I
I
think
mean,
hindi siya full 30 days, pero annual, meron din kayo na 8 days.
annual may 8 days. Pero in our life, we go
You have to
to
do 30 days.
at the very least 1 month retreat.
Oof. Okay.
At the very least.
So you were able to contemplate on the life of
Yes,
Jesus.
all of these things. Now I'm already 51 just a few days ago. And when I turned 50, I asked myself, I really like to do something that's really, now it's not about me working, but something that would enrich me.
New experience.
I'm already old. I mean, I'm what people call gurs, or some people call them
Ano ba yung
tanters.
Ano ba yung gurs?
Guram.
yung pala yung gurs.
Sa Generation Z, ang tawag nila sa mga matatanda
gurs,
na,
okay.
especially #gurs.
Hindi
Pag
na
alam
thunder.
natin siya. Hindi,
Hindi na thunder.
Generation Y yun.
Sa amin yun.
Yes, sa inyo yun.
Thunders.
So, ganun.
Gurs na pala, okay.
So now, I wanted to do something really for my faith life. And when you invited me, I was so excited because that's exactly an answered prayer. Okay, so
Actually, when we were discerning, wala naman kami iba na isasama. Parang sabi ko, oh, why not something? Kasi nakita mo naman ang feast namin, it's not like targeted towards hindi naman sa gurus, more on kabataan din, young professionals. So sabi ko, I think we need someone that is also can match the energy of our pilgrims. So sakto sabi ko, why not Father JBOY? Let's ask. So we asked them. Ayan. So yun, alam mo,
energy talaga.
walang energy gap. So dahil pupunta na siya with us, yun yung na feel mo na, okay, Holy Land. What is for you, what is a pilgrimage?
The difference between a pilgrimage and the usual travel is that it has the components really prayer. And everything that you do is the prayer itself. The journey itself is the prayer. So when you go to a pilgrimage, it's like coming home. The journey itself is the excitement. That when you uuwi ako,
tulad natin mga taga rito.
Di ba, pag uuwi ka, excited ka na, yung binibilang mo bawat oras. Therefore, yung journey mo increases and intensifies your desire. The more you're closer to home, the more you get excited.
So ano yung part ng nung nalaman mo na pupunta nga tayo doon? What excites you the most? I'm talking about the site siguro. Na parang I'm looking forward to that site talaga pag when we go there.
Yeah. Actually wala akong naisip na site na gusto
you want to be open parang?
No. I like all of those sites. Because naiyak ko lang konti. It's like something I've always been praying and contemplating on many of these places.
You mentioned things
in my imagination is very important in Ignatian prayer. So you really put yourself in the situation, and you find yourself in that situation. So you interact with the apostles, interact with Jesus, etc. That's part of contemplation. Nothing beats going to the actual site, because it concretizes everything. Hindi lang siya para siyang concept. Meron kasi kapag nag-prayer ka, kahit lahat-lahat na, minsan parang siyang inisip mo parang it's just a concept, it's just up there. But when you're already there, that exact place, and then you visualize what really happened. Buhay ni Kristo at saka lahat-lahat na, then it becomes more real. Kumbaga, I always say this present, and present.
Okay, present.
Yeah, it's all presence. Kasi it's all pilgrimages are always an experience of the presence of Jesus. So presence, and it is in the now, present, and you also experience that by being there, and also by God. It is a present of God for you.
Okay. So you receive it at the moment.
Yes.
There was one word by Max Lucado. He's not actually Catholic, but I really liked what he said.
Gusto ko si Max Lucado, parang Ricardo lang yan.
He said something about eternal instant. There are instances in our life where we see the presence of God.
Yeah.
I think also in the Catholic sense, meron tinatawag na theophany. God manifests itself on that situation, on that experience. And I'm also looking forward on that. It's my second time to go there, but this time kasi yung una, wala kaming kasamang priest. We were not able to experience this mass, and but it's going to be a totally different experience. So pilgrimage, we were talking about last night about the pilgrimage of our journey from our head to the heart.
Yeah.
Yun yung difficulty natin. What can you say about it?
Well, pilgrimage just begins with something that's physical, right? But in every physical journey, something happens to one's heart. That's very clear. It's like a two-dimension, but they're all real and present.
Alam niyo, nung pumunta kami we were in a Catholic conference, and a lot of people were talking about all of the theological stuff, as in students from different universities. But our professor, Christopher West, was saying na the difficulty that they face on today's world when it comes to knowing God is the journey from the head to heart. Nahihirapan sila na yung alam nila tungkol sa Panginoon na i-connect na, ito yung importante yung i-connect sa puso. So, in your life, meron ka bang moment like Mother Teresa na dark moment of the soul na parang hindi ko na feel yung presence ni Lord with me during that time, pero I kept on pushing forward, and then nalaman ko na, kaya hindi ko siya maramdaman is, he's been with me all along. Parang ganyan. Was there a point?
Bigla na ako isip tuloy.
Oo.
There are many challenges as a priest, no? But I think it's in the upbringing. My formators, they would always say this, that you have to trust the Lord that when you have been accepted to the Jesuits, that is already your vocation.
Yeah.
But that if there are doubts, it is for you to deepen whatever is there. It is not really to doubt whether you're meant to be there.
Ay, napakaganda nito. Kasi yan nga yung sinasabi. What can you say to our viewers and listeners na yun nga, they doubt.
Yeah,
na,
if you,
bakit ako OFW? Parang hindi naman para ako dito.
Oo. It's like, simple lang, no? If you have a relationship, di ba? If you begin doubting whether you're meant to be together, eventually you will
find
not.
reasons also.
Eventually you will break up. Okay, you know, because the proof of relationships, including the proof of prayer, is the time that you give. So, and when you give everything, it is true, it is everything. It cannot be just one half, one third.
Hindi full percent.
Kasi in the first, you cannot quantify relationships. But when you are already there, you believe that that person is the person forever. So therefore, you're going to do everything for it to be forever.
Yeah.
So you do not entertain doubts that you might not be meant.
Oo nga, parang hindi makakatulong.
Kasi in real life, if you look at it, mag-asawa ka. Pag nag-asawa ka na, committed ka na doon, may mga katanong na hindi na siya nag-apply.
Oh, okay.
Hindi na siya nag-apply. Ngayon ka lang magtatanong na bakit siya.
Okay.
Kinasal na kayo,
Okay
di ba?
na.
Sana before yun tinatanong. Pero ngayon hindi dapat tinatanong yun, di ba?
Wala akong tanong. Ano to? Sample lang.
Tawa na. Masyadong guilty. Pero yun nga, yung nandun ko na, mag-asawa na kayo, di ba?
Exactly.
Ang mga tanong dyan, kung anong pwede natin gawin sa buhay natin with our kid, ganyan. Tapos, they're all very relevant questions within the vocation.
Exactly.
You do not anymore ask questions that is without.
So kung pinili mo na ibang bansa, you make the most out of it.
Yes, kasi nandito ka na eh.
Exactly. Tatanungin mo pa ba na, dito ba ako?
Oo, kasi nandito ka na. So, pag nandito ka na, you just have to be open for new experiences because that's exactly why you're in another country.
Exactly.
So, and then you will discover it's really not for you. But what if it's really for you? Diba? To me, that is worth the risk.
Kasi nag-risk ka na rin eh.
Because to look for something that's very concrete, like God will appear to you and say, this is it. That will not happen. Diba?
True.
Only
mapakita ang Panginoon na.
Yeah, ganyan. No. You discover it as you go along. And discovery is done when you're always open. And that includes a lot of your mistakes. You know, like Thomas Edison would say, if I have 10,000 failures, I have
actually not failed, but other
I have not failed, but I'm moving towards a discovery.
Exactly.
So every failure is really a move. It's really moving forward. So the same thing with a vocation. So in my case, I have a lot of challenges when I entered because my personality. I've been asking, Lord, I don't look like...
parang hindi ako pare.
Kasi I'm not like that. So, you know, I'm a normal high school guy. Or college. I have a lot of energy, etc. I really do not fall into the mold of a priest. But I've been asking that question all the time, Lord, are you sure? And then...
Anong palapit na yung ano mo?
Yeah, but in my prayers, always an assurance that, yeah, it is you. So there were several years when, at first, I wasn't feeling that maybe I belong to another congregation, but I knew I wanted to become a priest.
Okay.
So maybe, but no, it is the Jesuits who are more open. The Jesuits who
actually affirm you also.
Kasi I asked them I applied to the Franciscans, Benedictines. I applied to and I asked them, can I take biology for my college? And they all said, no, you have to take philosophy.
Okay.
But the Jesuits answered it. Yes, exactly. What they said, why not? No? And I did not forget that why not. So I applied because of the why not. Why?
Wow.
The why not gives you a possibility. It's
an open book.
So why not? Try it. Take a risk. See.
It's like Christ when I gave you an open life. It's for you to feel the details.
Yeah. So we're not talking about anything immoral. We're talking about goodness. Okay, we're talking about
The good
the good choice, following God's will.
So when it comes to that, kasi you were mentioning about yun nga yung you were still para ba sa akin to. So para sa mga tagapakinig natin, a lot of them are with regards to relationships. Para sa akin ba ang married life? Para sa akin ba ang single life? Yan ang kalimitan na tinatanong na. How do they tackle that na mag-aasawa pa ba ako? Ayan.
Simple lang, if a relationship is really for you, look at your past relationships. How do you maintain your friendships? Or do you really have friends? Or many of your choices is because you wanted to preserve yourself. If that's the case, probably a relationship is not for you.
Single blessedness na lang. Ayan.
Hindi naman ka na lang. Ang single blessedness is also
correction,
vocation.
It's also a vocation.
I remember I have a lot of friends who are single, but they're so happy
because they're serving a lot.
Because they always say, I think it's not for me that I want to read a book and it's Heidi Yorak, I remember, and somebody would say, honey, tulog na kasi ayoko nang gano'n eh. Sabi ni Heidi Yorak, di ba?
Gusto ko.
Yeah, in other words, a certain vocation fits us.
I heard someone also na when I asked him, bakit pagiging single yung napili mo? Ang sabi niya kasi, my heart is just not meant for one person.
Yeah.
I think I have a bigger heart to serve more. So parang, kung mag-aasawa daw siya, feeling niya, mapafocus lang siya dun sa mamahalin niya. But dahil gusto niya, she's serving a lot of kids right now. And yun yung parang, pinili niyang bokasyon. And it's for her, it's living life to the fullest.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are very happy. When people ask me, for example, Father, happy ka ba? Kasi wala kang asawa, wala kang family. I tell them with all confidence. I go, mga anak, sa totoo lang, I'm happier than some of your parents. Di ba?
Totoo, di ba?
So I chose the right vocation for me. So, but you choose your right vocation. But you will always have proofs. We just have to look at the real proof.
Our past, how we deal currently.
With people,
Yes.
And then, when people ask about makakajowa ba ako, hindi ba?
Yan.
Sabi ko, hindi ka makakajowa kung wala kang kaibigan. Hindi ka naman nakikipag-interact, lagi ka naman sa gilid. Paano mangyayari?
Lagi ka na sa simbahan.
Oo, ganyan.
kasi yung group nila simbahan, all girls din.
Oo ka. I mean, you have to expand your horizon. Ang pagkakaibigan naman, hindi lang yung exclusive dyan na barkada mo lang.
Tama.
Meron ka namang barkada na mahilig manood ng sine, may barkada ka na mahilig mag-basketball, may barkada. Pero yung ibang klaseng barkada yan. The more you interact, it's called I have been teaching a theology course called commitment. It's called the period of socialization. So the more you socialize, the more you get to know who might be people, can be really good prospect for your forever. So if you're not
expand your circles.
Because if you don't expand your circles, nothing will happen. If you're always inside the room.
Sabi nga nila, ang journey lang doon, naghahanap ng jowa. Wala daw jowa in between the couch and the TV.
Pero that's also the problem. Some people directly would like to look for a jowa. But that's not how things fall. There is a process that you undergo. And that process, you just have to be open and just be yourself and be authentically you. So I tell people, for example, that ayusin mo muna yung sarili mo. Galingan mo yung sarili mo at saka lahat na para ang dumating sa iyo, yung ka-level mo din.
Kasi you cannot give what you do not have. If you seek the other.
Kasi sinasabi ko na, kung kayo, magtutugma talaga yung isip nyo. Hindi kailangan parehong personality, hindi kailangan pareho yung
gusto.
Hilig, pwedeng opposite personality nyo, pero yung wavelength nyo pareho. Kasi kapag mababa yung wavelength mo, ang tawag dyan immersion. Lagi kang bumababa.
Para sa level niya.
Para sa level niya. Pag umakyat ka naman, pwede para meron kang pero after a while nakakapagod din. Kasi what you need is...
You want to catch up instead of helping one another.
Yeah, what you need is company. Di ba?
Hindi competition.
Hindi rin yung parang nakakaawa naman, basta lang magkatawa ko. Alam mo yung ganun parang sa'yo. Di ba?
Ayan. So, just to wrap things up, I think it's really important for us to define also the way we define nga yung happiness now.
Yeah.
Para kasi sa ang dami dito, especially in Dubai, not only in Dubai but with a lot of people that we meet, for them, if they're happy about it, tama na siya. Ang ibig sabihin, wala nang moral implications na masaya ako bakit mali yun? Kung masaya ako,
Yeah.
Di ba? Like, what can you say about that certain angle na?
Actually, the criteria of
Promote.
happiness does not necessarily mean that you are meant to be in that state with someone.
Kasi
that
it's
you're happy
temporary
already.
or temporary.
Even if you're not talking about morality, not in the area of morality, but in the area of relationship. What I would say is that, are you at peace? The reason for that is that the demon or any evil spirit can give you happiness. I tell you, yeah,
masaya ako.
that's part of the nature of evil spirits is to give you
happiness.
Yes, and temporary happiness. Okay. If you look at many of our faith life, what people are missing out is that we want peace. Peace with ourselves, peace in our relationships, peace with everybody, peace in, but peace does not exist on its own. Usually there's a moment of chaos and confusion, but you are at peace. It's like coming home, that there's a problem at home, but you are at home.
Exactly.
Okay, that is what peace. And Saint Ignatius to always say, if you make a decision and you are at peace, even if you know there will be a lot of challenges in your life, even if you have to get out of your comfort zone, but you are so at peace, and that is God's. Why? Because the nature of God is to give you peace.
Wow.
Kaya nga sabi ni Jesus, peace be with you, kasi that's His nature, to give you peace. The devil cannot give you peace.
The devil cannot give you peace.
So,
He can give you happiness, He can give you happiness, the pleasure that
so the
you want.
criteria is, I might have a partner who challenges me, who might be the sort of man of my worries, of course, because you love the person, that's why you worried about the person. But you are at peace with it, then you are meant to be. To be happy, it's not necessarily that way, because there are a lot of times when you will not be happy.
In God's will is His peace.
Yeah, peace is always to me, is always the proof that it is God. So, when you talk about discernment, it is not just making a choice. It is, kasi it can be logical, but it might not be for you. For example, bakit siya yung nagustuhan mo, ang pangit-pangit, gwapo ka? Kanya. I mean, to put it bluntly, di ba? Bakit?
True, true love yan.
True love yan. Joke tayo ng joke ng gano'n. Some choices are logical, but when we talk about your forever, you talk about your life where you'll be at peace and you have a deeper joy. It's talking about where you will be at home and at peace.
Amen. That's
the most important thing. So prayer is actually a prayer towards peace. Kaya nga, one of my favorite, which people do not realize, is a peace be with you. But when you say peace be with you to each other, because, masyado tayong plastic. Bawal ang plastic ngayon, di ba? Single plastic. Pwede ba?
Bawal yung single plastic.
Yeah. In the past, the early Christians were attracted to the relationship of the people in the community.
Okay.
Noong panahon ng St. Paul yun, ganyan. And they give each other the sign of God's peace. A kiss of peace talaga tawag dyan. Pag pumunta ka sa Israel, kung saan tayo pupunta, kiss talaga yan. Okay. Walang mali siya, di ba? Yung iba lang masyadong marupok. Kaya lahat na lang may
when we went to Brazil as well, nung World Youth Day, ganun sila mag-kiss talaga.
Kiss talaga, ganyan. So, it's a kiss of peace.
Kung hindi mo gusto yung tao, hindi mo gagawin yun.
Yeah. So, if you become very sincere in giving each other the sign of peace, if you notice, you're just giving, you're sharing God.
Amen.
Who is the God of and the Prince of Peace.
Yeah. So, grabe po, malaman ang episode na to. And we wanted to thank Father Jaber for this time that he was able to give. Actually, yung aming call sign dito pagka nag-start kami ng #feastpamore is feast with you, feast be with you.
Feast be with you.
Yeah. And Father Jaber, any last message for our
for many of you are in the feast. Okay. I think it is very important to notice that many of the parables that Jesus used to describe what the kingdom of God is, it is always the image of feasting. And celebration. And that means for each one of us who has encountered God, it is very important that people get to see that we are joyful people.
Yeah.
That we are, di ba? We are joyful people.
Oo, mga Kristiyan hindi malungkutin.
Yeah. Well, pwede ka naman maging malungkot. Diba?
The proper. Pag malungkot.
Pero you get to see that we have a happy disposition, a joyful disposition.
Pursuing the joy of Christ.
Yeah, and we are always hopeful. That's the ambiance of feasting. So for many of those who are in the feast, I hope you'll find that kind of celebration in your life.
Yun. Maraming salamat po sa lahat ng mga nanonood. And we will see you on another episode of #feastpamore. May the peace of God be with you. Bye.